All right. Morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Trading Bitcoin with your host, Tone Vays. Coming to you live before the markets are open today. We're going to take a look at everything. Had a lot of complaints about the audio yesterday. I don't understand why. I have a $250 Rode shotgun mic, which is right in front of my face. So if you guys still complain about the audio, I can't really help you. All right, let's go to the charts. I don't like the picture. Let me just reference that by saying. All right, monthly chart is still in an overall bullish pattern, but it could take a little bit of time. And remember, the monthly chart has plenty of room to the downside without endangering any upside. And that room to the downside is as low as $48,000 this month. Next month, a little bit higher at 52. This month is, however, coming to an end. We are already on the 23rd, 24th even. And tomorrow is the big holiday in the United States. People are saying, seems India is becoming North Korea. 80% of the world is becoming North Korea. Somebody wants me to take a look at bonds. Yeah, maybe we'll take a look at bonds. Weekly chart, that is not a good looking candle. However, as long as this candle stays above the prior candle's low, it is not activating any short trades. Now, remember, the last two times a short trade was activated on a weekly chart was this red star candle and this red star candle, and both of those were short-lived. I am not surprised they were short-lived because we are in a bull market. Now, this time around, if a red star shows up, we would be way higher above the long-term moving average, which is sitting all the way down in a $46,000 range. So there is certainly a greater room to fall and remain in a bullish trend. This is the 50-period weekly moving average, and it has supported Bitcoin many times throughout 2021. So there's really no reason to think that we can't challenge this moving average again at the end of this year or early next year. Do I see major capitulation if we break 53,000, which would invalidate the fundamental theories of Willy Woo and Plan B? Major capitulation, I do not see. But do I see capitulation down into the 50-period moving average of 46, 47,000? That is certainly possible within the realm of the bull market. Would that invalidate everything that Willy Woo and Plan B do? Probably not. But that's not, that's kind of subjective, right? It's your opinion that matters. I mean, look, I still have the pinned tweet, Bitcoin to 100,000 this year, and I still think that is possible. And if not, the first quarter of 2022 is probably very likely. I am likely to lose my bet, though, so I'm going to owe a friend a really expensive dinner. Okay, so the position allocation chart based solely on Consensio. We have lowered the allocation last candle to 75% bullish because we are still in a bull market. And a bull market, according to this chart, is defined by the long-term moving average, which on this chart is only 30 days. You see it right there, okay? Now, I kept saying for the last couple of days, if we make a new low, we have to lower the allocation. We are down to about 9 hours. I'm going to stay a little bit patient, but, and here's a big but, right here, I'm going to be forced to lower this allocation to one of these, 50-60 or 40-50, if next candle opens in a very shitty position below $56,000 and next candle starts in about 9 hours. So I'm going to wait and see. I will probably do a video tomorrow. I know it's a holiday. I might do a video tomorrow. So let's wait and see. Let's wait and see, but this is not looking good. You can see how we are clearly below the prior swing low. We are below 2 moving averages. They are both declining, but I will wait till the end of this candle to make any rash judgments. But anticipate a very high probability of me putting one of these guys 40 to 50% or 50, 60%, because we're in a very similar situation. Look at these two candles. They were both, going below the 2 moving averages. The moving averages have crossed and they started to fall. The only difference now is that we are in a stronger position on the long-term moving average, which was here just starting to level off. But here it's nice and rising. So we can certainly bounce right off that moving average exactly the way we did right here in mid-September. The daily chart is what is scaring me the most at the moment. Let's look at the oscillators. We have the funding rate, which is, slightly favoring the bulls, but very, very slightly. Nothing really to get crazy over. The RSI is trending towards an oversold area and still has room to the downside. The MACD is a complete and utter disaster, and so is the CMF. The CMF have just gotten into negative territory. Now, every time it's gotten into negative territory, it has bounced back, but it has gone in there a little bit further before that bounce. So everything kind of points to a little bit more downside. Now, remember what I said yesterday. Yesterday, I said that, yes, we have an MRI buy, but I do not see that much strength in the MRI buy. And this is also why this indicator, and those that use this indicator, products and services, MRI indicator, and people are like, oh, Tone, can I just have the indicator? And my answer is no, because you need to watch a 6-hour video on learning how to trade it. Just because a signal shows up with a green arrow doesn't mean you're supposed to buy it. Just because it shows up with a red arrow doesn't mean you're supposed to go short and sell it. It's still somewhat subjective. Someone is saying the OBV on a daily chart's horrible. Yeah, I bet. Hey, Zazo, how are you, buddy? And yeah, I know that it's horrible because I can see the volume just trending downwards. So yeah, so the OBV, of course, will be horrible. So my concern was the chart patterns, which is this double bottom situation, also the rejection of the moving average, the pullback to the prior support area. All of these are indication that this downtrend is not yet over. Also, if we have bottomed right here yesterday, then we would not have made it to sufficient pullback targets of the MRI support line being right under 54,000 and the 128-day moving average, which is currently sitting at just above $51,000. So that is why I stayed with this downward arrow. This is a horrible candle. Right now, as this day still has 9.5 hours to go, we are looking at a brand new daily closing low. That is a very, very bearish sign. If this candle does not reverse itself immediately, the next candle will be continuation. And continuation after an MRI buy is an indication that the extension phase could take hold and we could be in for multiple more weeks of downside. Now, I don't really want this downside to be massive because then we're going to break all of this support. I actually want to see slow and steady downward consolidation, something on par with what happened back in September. Now, in September, we also had one of these double bottoms, which on a chart pattern perspective is a bit bearish, but look, we were rounding on the 128-day moving average and bounced right off of it. So I would like to see something similar happen here, like a really slow grind through the holiday into early December without breaking. It's hard. Like, how do we not break the MRI support line on a closing basis of the candle, while at the same time touch the 128-day moving average. So we're going to need one of these capitulation candles that crashes down during the day and then swiftly goes back up. That is rare, and you can't anticipate that. So we're talking about a candle similar to what happened on June 22nd, or similar to what happened on June 8th, or similar to what happened on May 19th. Now, also notice how all of these candles still had more downside than after, which is also something I don't want to see. So at the moment, this daily chart looks very, very nasty, especially if tomorrow is a down day. But tomorrow is also a holiday, so anything can really happen. I am watching this chart very carefully, and I am lowering my allocation to Bitcoin the moment we cross below $53,000. Right, the 4-hour chart looks very bad as well. You can draw a horizontal line here for support. And I'm not sure I have that chart in my, I really need to put it there, like support resistance chart. It was in my articles, but anyway, never mind. The break of this horizontal support line is not pretty. So if we do break this horizontal support line, that is a 7% move for $4,000. That is what you're possibly looking at. That's not good. That's really not good. That becomes the target. That's not good. I'm going to delete this because that'd be very unfortunate. But I don't know. I don't see how this is going to hold. Let's just hope it doesn't fall all the way down to 51. But just a bad looking situation. Good time to buy the dip though. Really good time to dollar cost average this holiday. You know, it's going to be another one of those Thanksgivings. I really feel that like every Thanksgiving, Bitcoin like crashes so that Bitcoiners have a miserable time at their Thanksgiving dinner. At least in America. So let's see. Let's put that to the test. Let's look at weekly Thanksgivings. Here's the weekly chart, November 21st. Shitty candle. Let's go back a year. Let's go to November of 2021. No, this is November 2021. November 2020. Yeah, it was a shitty week, you know, like it was a serious bull market, right? But notice the shittiest week in like 3-month span. So between like that was the only shittier week, right? So from early September all the way to January, it was a ridiculous bull market. Guess which one was the shittiest week? The shittiest week was actually right here. Oh, it's a 4-day chart. Sorry. Yeah, the 4-day chart right around Thanksgiving. It's not even the weekly chart. We can go to the weekly chart. Let's use the weekly chart. Yeah, that's probably it right there. Yeah, the week of Thanksgiving is like literally when the whole thing like goes down. Let's go to the year before. November. Oh, look, guess what? Bitcoin had just crashed the week of November 18th, and that's November 25th, right? So Thanksgiving is around that time. So it's like every Thanksgiving. It's like it's like the world knows. Let's have family make fun of you because Bitcoin just crashed as the turkey comes out. And all right, so this one wasn't bad. So the big down week took place the week before the Thanksgiving week. So finally, right? It's like man, I remember defending Bitcoin at Thanksgiving like I don't know, like 5 years ago. Okay. So it's just not looking good at all. Let's just say if I was in a trading competition right now, like what we did over at the last financial summit, I would be like short-term short right now. Look at the 4-hour chart. Oh, the 1 hour chart's even worse. I don't know that was possible, but it's worse. Just not good. Not good at all. A red star candle on the hourly. An hour, 20 minutes ago it started. The 4 hours at a red is on a red star candle. It's all starting to like escalate down. How's the GBTC premium? Where did it close? 13, still hanging out, but this is, it's not going to open pretty. Look, it's opening over $1 lower than yesterday. Yeah, it's going to open a big gap. Oil, I'm bullish. Gold, I'm not bullish. Horrible candle yesterday. S&P, I'm not bullish either. I don't like this consolidation. We're still holding that moving average, but it's also the holidays. You know, you're not supposed to trade the day before and after the holidays. So just enjoy your holidays, guys. That's that stock Unity. It's pre-market is going to open $3 down. Yeah, so it's pretty much top. Somebody wanted me to look at something. I've already forgot the names of the stocks. TSCO and then bonds. TSCO looks very bullish. I like the uptrend. That's the weekly chart. Looks very strong. Still got plenty of room on the MRI. And look, we hit an MRI top along with an extension C top, same weekly candle. Guess what? 1 to 4 candle correction, supports a moving average, goes back up. Very bullish on a weekly scale. Daily scale. Red star candle, but still in an uptrend. You know, but the overall stock market is like, I'm not bullish the stock market. So this was definitely the stock to go into, you know, back here when it broke the prior all-time high. It's always great to buy things when they break all-time highs, and the longer it took to do it, the better. So here's your buying opportunity, and right now I would probably start considering stop losses. Bonds, yeah, I don't want to take a look at TLT. Let's see how bonds are. That's the interest rate. Let's look at TLT. So bonds are still doing okay. I mean, I wouldn't really care much about bonds. I mean, I don't have bonds in my portfolio. There's not much I can say about this chart. It's a little more bearish than bullish. What about the weekly? The weekly is a little more bullish than bearish. I don't know, they're a bit all over the place. Why don't I hit auto on my charts? Because when I hit auto on my charts, I can't like do this. I don't have control, right? So if I hit auto, like I can only move it left and right. I can't move it up and down. So I always move this a little bit. Now I can move it up and down. I like having more control of how I move my chart around. Is it possible to trade the interest rate? Yes, it is, but I don't know if you'd want to. I believe there are interest rate futures. There should be. I think there are. If not, you trade the bonds, which are inversely proportional to the interest rate. You trade the ETF for the bonds. But there's also futures on this stuff. Tesla. Oh, I should use this. No, I don't want. Oh yeah, it works. So Tesla. Tone's portfolio. This is free for now, by the way. You guys should sign up at trading.mri.com for like a beta use. So it shows you the MRI trends on assets. Tones assets. Tesla should be here. Oh, it's in, I had favorites. I don't put them in Tones assets. How do I add that to it? I gotta yeah, add more stuff to my portfolio. Wow, look at that. Tesla is topping on extensions, and it's on a top on a weekly. Wow, Tesla is topping left and right. So here's the daily chart of Tesla. That is still somewhat bullish, but you can see the weekly is on an MRI top, second consecutive, and the monthly is on multiple extension tops, with one more coming tomorrow, possibly. So yeah, Tesla is definitely toppy. I would be getting out of Tesla right now, clearly, and then you can go over to Trading View and punch in Tesla if you want a cleaner look at the chart. Yeah. Now, this is not the kind of top. I mean, ideally, you want to see that weekly top on this candle, on the candle of the high. It's not, but it's still a weekly top. So I would be very cautious on Tesla. And you can see the monthly extension C, extension A, and extension B should probably end tomorrow. All right, guys. That's it for me. Or about my micro strategy. It's probably going to look like the chart of Bitcoin. Yeah. The micro strategy looks like the chart of Bitcoin. One more peek at Bitcoin short term. We're hanging in there. We're hanging in there by a thread, but I don't know. I'm not all that optimistic at the moment. Guys, I know you can keep asking me like all day for stuff, but Zezo, I'll take a look at the Turkish Lira. Whoa. Whoa, if you're in Turkey and you're not in Bitcoin, I mean, and you're going to be poor. I mean, this is hyperinflation land. I did not even realize their currency was imploding again. Look at this. Wow. Wow. So the definition of hyperinflation is a 50% devaluation of your currency in a short amount of time. So Turkish Lira has devalued 60% since September. That's hyperinflation land, no matter how you slice it. No matter how you slice it, that's hyperinflation. Even if I put it here, right, 50%, 50% devaluation. In how many weeks? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks. That's pretty much hyperinflation. It's pretty much hyperinflation. I mean, if you have Bitcoin, then you're fine. Then you're fine. You save your wealth. You save your wealth. The more people realize it, the more popular Bitcoin will be, and eventually the price of Bitcoin will have to keep rising. I got a lot of friends in Turkey. Sorry for your loss, guys. Tone, did you see the Japan ivermectin thing? Of course I did. Of course I did. Guys, I spend 2 hours every morning looking at COVID stuff. It's what I spend every morning. And I'm just watching the world go nuts and nuts and nuts when COVID should not be a problem at all. COVID should have been cured by now. And but unfortunately, there are too many tyrannical dictators for who this is not about the virus. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, that's correct. That's correct. Japan, yeah, there were charts. There's charts posted. Japan openly allowed doctors to prescribe ivermectin and suggested it. And within 2-3 weeks, COVID cases started going down, and now they're not existing. Something that we knew almost a year ago. I have no comment really on the Tether stuff. I need to do a law show. All right, guys. Thank you all for watching. You can support by going to tonevays.com and checking out my paid on-demand videos that teach people how to make their own trading decisions. You could also check out some of my affiliates, like if you're going to dollar cost average, use Swan. If you need to run a node, check out Start9. If you need a Bitcoin bank, check out LVL, Level. And keep you posted on the conferences. I got a lot of work to do, and I'm going to get to it. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I will see you all on the next one.